16-year-old student on a bus over his phone, our next guest decided to quit his job and dedicate his life to mentoring young boys and girls across the island. I'm speaking about none other than Executive Director of Love Has Hands Foundation, Dr. Jermaine Gordon. Morning, Doc. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning, and I must say hello to the entire crew.
Yes, yes, great to have you. I want to start with a little bit of a background because I did say quit your job, but for people who may not be familiar, powerful voice.
Yes.
Yes, yes, great journey in music. What is it, Jermaine, that sparks that thing in you that wants to help others?
Dale, we all have a genius inside of us. It's that thing that you can do, and it's a natural. And part of my job, part of my calling is to help to activate the genius in people. When you know that your presence brings a difference to a room, to an environment, but you don't know exactly how to execute it, that's my role.
We said quit your job. What did you do?
So after that unfortunate incident with the 14-year-old boy on the bus, boxed, stabbed, shoved off the moving bus, I was hurt. I was hurting, and there was a question that stood out for me. What did you do about it? And I had, at the time, my older son, he was 8, and the younger one was 3. And I said, they're gonna look at you one day and say, Daddy, when you saw this happening in your country, when you saw them raping an 8-year-old girl from Red Hills Primary and dump her body into the trash, and you are a gospel singer going around the entire island, what did you do about it? And so I felt a personal responsibility to do something about it. I did not want to be like the people that were on that bus, that stood there, watched the child in distress, and did nothing.
And so what did you decide to do?
And so when I sent in my resignation,
oh my gosh,
my boss says, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to fix it. I said, I am going to add my voice to the fixing of what is wrong about Jamaica. And I've been using music. I've been using a unique combination of music, art, science, faith, to bring about changes in behavior. The message there is really this. When did we get here that we value a phone over someone's life? And so we use music in very unique ways. I don't know if you know what are some of my musical gifts, but one of the ways we use it is to assess the child, for example. So we use it to help the child to be comfortable talking with us. And so for example, we're playing a game, and they're on a rhythm, and they said, my name is Daniel. My favorite word is food. My least favorite word is forgiveness. And so it provides an opportunity to further engage the child and have conversations.
Why is that your least favorite word, and what has happened? Right.
Precisely. So we dubbed the program Empowering Conversations. Conversations using music, conversations using art, conversations using storytelling, and so many other things.
And you've been doing this for 6 years?
6 years.
6 years out of your own pocket.
Out of my own pocket.
It's amazing to me that you've been able to do that, because, I mean, quitting your job, committing your life to doing that. What are some of the things that you've discovered about our children, having had conversations with them?
You sure you want me to say this?
Well, we're on air, so you can't say all of it. But to you, what are some of the things that are most striking to you?
Nothing wrong with picking them.
Oh, okay.
The parenting is where the issue is. So Jamaica doesn't have a policing problem. Jamaica has a parenting problem.
Why do you say that?
So we have a parenting specialist on it. The children were born blank. The genius is already inside of them. It's what we choose to focus on. And one of your interviewers said yesterday, where focus goes, energy flows, and the results shows. The mother said up in St. Thomas that my 11-year-old boy crosses. And I'm saying, Mom, but if you call him that. And so they are so brilliant, they are so ready, they are so, I'm talking about forgiveness. And I said, what is forgiveness? And this little 9-year-old girl says, forgiveness is when you choose to forget the wrong and the bad about others and choose to remember the good.
Wow. 9-year-old.
9-year-old. And an 11-year-old boy, when we were finished with an intervention session, we said, what is your main takeaway? He won the basket, by the way. He says, I learned today to celebrate others even when you yourself is not being celebrated.
One of the most profound things you shared with me, Jermaine, is that when you spoke with the children, one of their greatest fear was to disappoint their parents.
Oh, yes.
And I don't think a lot of parents understand that that's the fear that children have.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And in a few days, we have the results coming out for PEP exam. And the anxiety of the parent is being passed down to the child.
Yes.
It's a time of judgment. It's a time where the child feels, because there's a gap.
Yeah.
There's a gap between these bright, brilliant children at prep and primary and when they matriculate. And so it's a part of what is happening, that the expectations of the parents are not met.
Wow.
And so the child feels.
And when I heard it, I was like, wow, I don't think parents understand this. I think when the parent articulates, this is what I wanted from you, they may think they're motivating the child. But I was very shocked to hear that most of the children are afraid that they will disappoint their parents. So how do you decide where to go and who the students are that you engage with?
So,
do schools reach out to you?
Yes, schools reach out to us, and we have been going to places on our own. So we'll call, or the Lord just lead me. Like when I went to St. James High, you're probably familiar with the history of St. James High. It was a school where you could send your child to school and get a report that they were stabbed to death.
Yeah.
And so when I went to St. James High, it was just it was God who called that shot. I didn't get to contact anybody down there. I was in South Carolina. I went to use the restroom. And when I went to dry my hand on the hand towel, the receptacle there, I saw a note that says St. James High, all the way in South Carolina. So those are some of the ways I get my commission.
Commission to go. So I want to, before we go though, when we say Jermaine is a gospel singer, there's a global favorite. A lot of people hear it. Some of them don't realize it come right as from Jamaica. You are God.
Holy and righteous.
Holy and righteous.
Yes.
So I bring that up, Jermaine, because you could be spending your time benefiting from your music career. You could be touring the world and making more albums, but you spend it trying to work with our children.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is, because what you realize that every major agenda in the world now is targeting our children.
Yeah.
And when I was in Grand Cayman, and it's like the Lord spoke to me and said, go back to Jamaica and make the children your #1 priority. And Psalm 8 and verse 2 tells us how we can overcome with the children out of the mouth of babes and suckling, that their voice will shut down the evil that is coming in the homes, the killing of our children, Psalm 8 verse 2.
Yeah.
And so I like to go around and help them to sing and activate that.
Yeah, but you're going around all on your own.
Yes.
So if anyone's watching this morning and they want to be a part of the program to assist you, or there are schools or communities that want you to come in and assist, what do they do? So
they can reach out to us via my social media, Jermaine Gordon Music on Instagram, or they can go through the foundation, lovehashandsfoundation.org. They can get in touch with us from there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to continuing in September, but I'm not sure. Because like you said, it's difficult to carry all this on your own, your time, your finances.
It's been 6 years.
Yes.
It's been 6 years.
And I'm looking for an opportunity to have conversation with the Ministry of Education. 6 years, I would have learned a lot. I would have seen a lot.
And you'd have really taken away a lot. Your music career, by the way, trained at the LSRM level. Me never get it right yet. London says LSRM.
Royal School of Music.
Royal School of Music. And you've directed like 200 voices or more?
Well, the biggest choir that I've directed is 274.
Wow.
And I was a part of the 500 voice choir when TVJ was coming to Jamaica. So yes, I have that's my trained musical skills, but my natural musical skills is to just create music on the fly. Is to just say, for example, this is how we use music. Let's say we're talking about TVJ and that we need increased salary for the staff.
Oh, God give you a word. God give you a word.
So we write a rhythm and we say, roll it in, roll it out. Increase salary, roll it in, roll it out. Bonus at Christmas, roll it in, roll it out. You know, and we just come up with rhythm and music like that. You know, so that is one of the parts that people don't know about it.
Yeah, but this song though really was blessed, and it's an international award-winning song. You're an international award-winning artist. So Jermaine, there's more blessings on you as far as your musical gift is concerned and how you touch your children. And as you said, they can go to your website.
Yes.
All right, guys, please. He's doing a powerful work with our children. It's very important. So if you can in any way support him, please do. Always great talking to you.
Same here.
Executive Director of Love Has Hands Foundation, Dr. Jermaine Gordon. You hear him in the background? Yes, beautiful. How can we heal as a country with crime on the rise? We discuss that after the break.